Coming to you live from Deshler, Nebraska at Spring Creek Model Trains. Welcome to their 25th anniversary open house and train show. My name is Ray Arnott. So glad you could join us. Joining me again on the other side of the table, the editor of Model Railroad News, Tony Cook.
Hey, Ray, how's it going?
Well, we're having a great time, aren't we, Tony?
Absolutely.
We've been eating, we've been watching, we're going around seeing some awesome layouts.
Oh, the layouts, yeah. I finally got you over to the high school. There's stuff this year in the community center and then across at the high school. And the high school setup's got a lot of neat stuff there. So, yeah, really awesome.
Yeah, really cool stuff going on over there. And, you know, to make all these railroads run, we need locomotives and we need rolling stock. And I think we know a guy.
I do know somebody that works for a place that makes some pretty good examples of that stuff. Do you know him?
Yeah, I think I know this guy. This is Marlon Brown from ScaleTrains, the sales manager / pretty much whatever's needed at ScaleTrains you do. Isn't that correct?
Pretty much, Ray. Thank you. Yeah, I do a little bit of everything. Hi, guys. Just whatever's needed is what I do. So
that includes jumping in a buggy and heading up to Deshler, Nebraska, and representing ScaleTrains on a weekend in July and a holiday weekend.
At that.
Yeah. Interesting drive up. Got to see some trains on the way. So good trip.
Well, awesome. Good to see you here. And I know that you have between ScaleTrains and Spring Creek Model Trains is an incredible relationship.
Yeah. That relationship predates myself. I've only been with the company now 8-9 years, I guess. And Spring Creek has always been a strong partner in what we do. So we really, really appreciate everything Spring Creek has done for us and hope that relationship continues.
Well, that's awesome. And I know they did some special stuff with you. And I guess I would start by asking, what's it like working with Mike and Jeff at Spring Creek Model Trains? Because
they're
I know
characters, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I work with them once a month on that show, and it's pretty challenging and great too. So how's it for you? You know,
they're easy. And
really? Yeah.
That's what's great.
Somebody got told what to say here. I think this is a loaded thing here. Yeah.
I talk to them once or twice a month, let them know what's going on. And yeah, I mean, it's always been really great with those guys.
And they're one of the, as Ray was saying, what did that run of Exact Rail branded? Are they the 4785 3-bay covered hoppers? Those Nebraska elevators, orange and green.
I believe they were Evans 4700s, maybe.
There we go. Okay.
So,
and I as a collector, those kind of things are I always hate it when I find out after the fact and it's on eBay for a lot of money. It's like, when did that come out? And why didn't I know about that? I'd have bought one of those. But yeah, those are very neat cars, and that's something they did exclusively with y'all at ScaleTrains in Spring Creek.
Yeah, they like to do a lot of Nebraska-centric products, so we were glad to step up and help with that.
Well, I was able to get myself one of those cars, and I guess I have you to thank because you were able to find some more, because I know they had sold out quick, and then you got your hands on some additional ones for them. So
yeah, we had some extra laying around the warehouse, so it worked out.
Awesome. Yeah. So as soon as that was announced, and I believe that was announced with Tony when you do the monthly show with them,
right. Yep.
You guys talked about some additional stock thanks to our good friend Marlon here. And I got myself one to collect and put on my layout. So, and I know there's some still over on the shelf over here, but I don't know if they'll be here at the end of the weekend.
Going quickly though. Yeah, they are. We've got a review coming up on those in Model Railroad News. And I reached out to Chris Brimley, I guess, was the person, because it was an Exact Rail hopper that worked on those for ScaleTrains. And I didn't realize all those elevators and how each one had different solid color paint schemes and such. It's a neat thing. We'll have all the info in that review talking about the whole series of those.
And I should say this, we've been talking a lot about being here in Deshler, and there's certainly nothing like being here, but if you do want to get your hands on those, I know those are available on the website, and they are taking web orders. Off camera is a shelf just filling with orders being shipped out. I would assume that would happen on Monday or Tuesday, and maybe they'll take a break and then come back in here and turn this back into a shipping room instead of a
Right, yeah. For
mobile
those
studio.
that don't realize, we've overtaken the shipping room. We're sitting here, and there's like packing tape and material and all around us here. So yeah, we took over the shipping room to have like a quiet spot to be able to do these shows. But yeah, all the orders are stacked up. I noticed Marlon keeps looking. You can tell he's kind of eyeing, looking
There's
for
some
the
tangent cars over there.
I see the ScaleTrain stuff stacked up there too. Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Little mix of everything there, which is cool, and good to see a lot of product being moved out of here at Spring Creek Model Trains. And I'll tell you what, I spent a whole lot of time over in that ScaleTrains aisle, and there's a really nice one over here. And I'm looking for stuff, and of course, the big news out of you folks, the recent release of the AC44 C6Ms.
Oh yeah, that's been really big for us. We just recently got the HO shipment in, and still have quite a few in stock. They're still shipping. Just announced the N-Scale AC44 C6Ns about a week or so ago. Doing a few different paint schemes in those. We're doing the blue bonnet, number 4000. Doing a couple with the black main, and then we're doing a primer cab and I believe a couple of the sine wave units.
Awesome. So N-Scale folks are going to be able to get in on the fun of those AC44 C6M, something very unique to Norfolk Southern. And of course, those sonic bonnets are really popular as well, and very cool to see them both in HO and N. Mike will be very happy about seeing stuff in N-Scale.
For sure, yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very important to get those pre-orders in before, I believe the deadline's coming up here in just about 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, keeping on the theme of N-Scale, we also got a couple other announcements, and I believe this one also is available in HO. Let's talk about this PS Silverside Gondola.
Yeah, those are Southern Railway specific prototype. Pullman Standard built those, and they lasted on up into the NS years.
I was going to say you've got a couple of different Southern letterings, and there's a Norfolk Southern too, and that was what, Fox Valley Heritage tooling.
Yeah, those used to be Fox Valley. And those, we just announced the HO just a month or so ago, and the N-Scale just at the N-Scale convention here a couple of weeks ago. And pre-orders are coming up due on those very soon too. So it's important to get those in. But yeah, very popular car. Our very first offering for our operator line as far as freight cars in N-Scale. So,
that'd be right. Yeah.
Yeah, would that be maybe something that would fit like kind of Saluda grade? Maybe not, because I think they had aluminum ones for that. But what else? This would be definitely really cool for some, 70s, 80s probably related, Tony.
I think they go back to at least maybe the mid 60s.
Oh, wow.
And they are coal. I mean,
yeah.
They're big, so you think, wow, but yeah, they're early kind of the unit coal looking hopper. But, yeah.
Awesome stuff.
Neat prototype.
Very cool. And then keeping it in N-Scale and something maybe I'm a little bit more familiar with. These are 60-foot high cubes coming out from you folks at ScaleTrains. Tell us a little bit about this.
So the Trinity built 7500 series box cars. Of course, they're a high cube 60-foot. We announced the HO a while back and expecting the HO here in just a couple of weeks. The N-Scale we just announced and taking pre-orders now, of course. We're doing a few different versions. We're doing a double door and a single 12-foot door, I believe, and some different body variations, doing GATX, trailer train. I believe there's some BNSF and some other roads.
Awesome stuff.
And that's that newer look with the horizontal as well as a vertical exterior post, right?
Correct. Both versions.
Awesome. We'll get back to some new releases soon. Let's I'll say a hello to a few folks that are joining us live. Matthew Goodchild jumping back in again. Good to see you. Matt Forkham. Matt Forkham is the gentleman responsible for today's backdrop. He helped me out. He's been a huge help to the podcast. So, Matt, thank you so much for all the help that you give around the Layout podcast. He's also responsible for a lot of the awesome improvements to our website. So, Matt, you are awesome. Appreciate you. Dennis Colucci spending some more time with us. N-Scale Train Boy, here's some more N-Scale stuff for you. So, this will hopefully make you happy today. Robert Martin. Joining us from the Great Northwest. Appreciate you stopping by. Do you have, I don't know if this is something you might be able to answer. I did not know there may be. Is there a factory coupler issue that you know of?
Not that I'm aware of. We are making some changes to our in-scale couplers.
Okay.
We introduced a new coupler with our first run of in-scale SD40-2s, and we're slowly changing over to that style coupler. So,
And let's say this: if they were having an issue, I mean, I know personally, I've had to contact support. Your support is phenomenal. Talk about getting a hold of them and getting the help that you need.
so if you have any kind of issues, we are there to help. All you have to do, you can either email us at support@scaletrains.com or call us direct at 844-987-2467 and choose extension 2. And Josh and product support's there to help you out.
Awesome. You guys are going to do it well. And if you're having any issues, definitely reach out. We're going to come back to that comment in a second because it leads in. We'll let Dennis do that for us. John Garvin saying hello. Good to see you, John. And the Closet Branch stopping by to say hello. And some fellow N-scalers. We've dragged some N-scalers in here. And then, of course, Galen stopping by as well. Thanks, everybody who's taken time out of their weekend, their holiday weekend, to spend a little time with us remotely as we're hanging out here in Deshler, Nebraska, celebrating Spring Creek Model Train's 25th anniversary. Dennis made a comment here, and it says, always good to hear from ScaleTrains. Looking forward to when the N-Scale GP40s come out next year. Already got a PC unit pre-order. What a segue into the EMD GP40s being released by ScaleTrains.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, we announced those just recently as well. We're doing BN Bicentennials, some Rio Grande, Chicago Northwestern, a few other roads. So
awesome.
And of course, with all of our rivet counter models, we're doing road name, road number, and era specific details on those.
Awesome.
Well, and there's a lot of neat variety. As you said, the Western Pacific, they're doing the Pearlman Green in 2 different versions with the stripes on the pilots on one and solid on the other. And then both of Western Pacific 1776 and 1976 bicentennials. Those should be really sharp models.
Awesome stuff. And I know some other things. And of course, I'm going to take a little selfish moment and say, I was really excited to see, as most folks know, they just released the Gunderson 6269s. Those all came out. I was happy because everybody knows my affinity for 50-foot high cubes. And it was great to see that. And there were some still on the shelf here at Spring Creek Model Trains.
Yeah. I mean, we got those in a couple of weeks ago. We're still shipping those. Still have some in stock at the warehouse, and feel free to come by Spring Creek, pick up your box cars, and if they don't have what you want, they can pick up the phone and have Mike give me a call.
Awesome. So what's next for Spring Creek Model Trains? You made the trip up here to Deshler, Nebraska. Where is ScaleTrains going to be next?
The next big show that we're attending is up in Novi, Michigan.
Yep.
National Train Show. Yep.
Yeah, with the NMRA. So I believe Shane and a couple others will be up there to represent ScaleTrains. And
excellent.
Then the St. Louis RPM at the end of July, probably ScaleTrains for sure.
Yeah, most definitely.
Wow.
We'll have a presence there as well.
So ScaleTrains having another busy July, and I don't think you guys ever stop. It just seems to go 12 months a year at ScaleTrains.
Yeah, it's a constant roller coaster. It seems like as soon as we have a moment to catch our breath, there's something else to do. So
yeah, you don't just release a product and then take a 3-week vacation. There's always something next.
I wish it worked that way.
I bet you did. We'll put in a good word. We know the boss man. Let's see if he can give you guys all 3 weeks off. We'll see how that flies. No promises.
So what modeling do you do, Marlon? What scale and what prototypes you like or era?
So, I've been a model railroader now for 40 years.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Started when I was about 9 and model HO scale. And lately, my own personal modeling, modern UP.
Oh, neat. Okay, wow.
But I am doing some work with a model railroad club, and we're doing some Norfolk Southern stuff.
Oh, nice. Cool. Good choice.
Cool.
So I know that in headquarters they're looking to your building. Is that correct?
Yeah. The model railroad club that we're working on getting up and running. Basically, it's Norfolk Southern, loosely based on the Pokey. So
awesome.
Lots of coal.
Awesome. That's that. Well, it fits for being in
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Whatever, yeah.
And speaking of being in Tennessee, we've got all these amazing events ahead of us, but not too long. It's going to be in a blink of an eye. We're all going to be in Chattanooga for 2026 in the NMRA
really?
National Convention.
Oh yeah, it's going to be big. ScaleTrains is putting a lot of horsepower into that. So
Yeah.
Lots of great things on the horizon, and just can't wait to see what Shane has up his sleeve for that.
Well, I stopped by in Spring Creek Model Trains in 2025 and said, wow, now I'm going to get to go to ScaleTrains and get to see headquarters and be in Chattanooga and see everything that's going on there. And I'm sure I'm going to say wow as well. It's going to be some really cool stuff going on there. But until then, I mean, we've got some really cool stuff going on this weekend. You're over in the community center, meeting and greeting folks, showing them product, talking to people. I'm sure getting thousands of suggestions that you're writing down for different models and prototypes that you should be building. And but getting some face in front of the customer, which is always fun to do, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean it's fun to put a face to the voices that I speak to on a regular basis from week to week.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, well, awesome. I appreciate everybody stopping by here. Just take one more pass through here and see. We got John M. also joining us, along with Willow Creek Industrial Spur, saying hello. And thank you to everybody who, again, taking some time out of your holiday weekend to spend some time with Tony, myself, and Marlon Brown from ScaleTrains. So, Marlon, thank you so much for stopping by and spending a little time.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
All right, folks. We'll be back at 4:00 Central Time for yet another live. And until then, we'll see you soon.